these headphones on. Yeah. We're making our rounds. We're making our rounds. We're making our rounds tonight. How y'all doing? Just coming in to say hey, see how everybody's doing. Like I said on the other channel, it has been a night. It's been a week. William Craig, how's it going, Proverb Nation? Shabbat Shalom. How are you, my brother? All right, you guys. So we are just having a lightweight night. Nothing heavy. The same way as it was. Hey, Marty. The same way as we had over on Headlines and a Voice. We're just going to touch base on a couple of news topics. This is not heavy. All right. This is not scriptural based tonight. This is just all of us getting together, chatting, having a good time. You know what I mean? And that's pretty much what it is. So if you got your chips and you've got your soda pop or your juice or your celery sticks or whatever it is that you do when you do what you do, go ahead on and pull it on out because we're going to have a good night. That's what we're going to do. And lots of stuff happening. Now, I don't know if you guys are like me, but I'm going to tell you guys something truthful about myself. Not that I sit here and lie, but I'm going to just tell you right now that I have a couple of guilty pleasures, some shows that I watch because I just can't believe some of the stuff some people do or some of the things that they put on TV. But there's a couple of shows that I have and I sit there talking at the TV like, girl, are you crazy? He crazy. What is wrong with you? You know, you always had that one friend that's like talking at the TV. I'm that one. So there is a show that I watch. There's a couple, and I'm going to be looking at some of these things tonight because they are proving my point even as we speak. The one show that gets me is how people can go and meet somebody and they never really knew the person. You know, you get these chicks who, or the guys even, who go and they meet these people who have been incarcerated. For whatever reason, there is a host of people out there right now who are enamored of folks who just can't seem to get right. And that's what we're going to be looking at tonight. We're going to be looking at a couple of stories. Now, we do have a few serious stories because let's just start there, okay? Because I want to give some validity to what I'm about to say. So if there's any folks out there that say, I've never seen this chick before, all she wants to do is crack up laughing, y'all don't even know. You better go check the playlist, boo-boo. But I do want to talk about this one because this guy right here, if you're thinking about, well, let me just let you make up your own decision, but this is what I'm going to say. So loyal Trump, we're going to do two stories. We're going to do two stories, and then we're going to get into the funny stuff about my show that I like. And one show that I'm going to be touching base on is 90 Day Fiance, because I always said people who dealt with that, they got to be hard up. And then the other show that I know people got to be hard up for is Love After Lockup. So we're going to be looking at those two shows. We're also going to be looking at some things going on with Amazon. If you're an Amazon customer, baby, get ready. Pull out your coins because they're going to raise up some prices. And then we're starting it out right now with this. Okay, so, and as well, we're going to look at Mr. Pence. Yeah, we got a lot of stuff to cover, so let's just get right into it. So the loyal Trump Republican Party censures Representatives Cheney and Kinzinger. So if you guys don't know who those people are, just in a rough nutshell, the Republican Party on Friday has censured two of their people. Now, you notice that the other party rarely does this. I mean, unless they're really getting ready to throw that person under the bus, then you start noticing all kind of news about their personal lives and all kind of stuff start to come out, right? But in this particular case, these folks have decided to throw these two individuals under the bus because apparently they're looking like this cat just might be the one that's going to take them to the promised land, and they don't want anybody to mess it up. So Cheney and Kinzinger voted to impeach Trump on a charge of incitement of insurrection last year's January 6th issue, right? Now, the Republican National Committee on Friday passed a resolution rebuking those two individuals for their involvement on the committee, accusing them of participating in a Democrat-led persecution of ordinary citizens engaged in legitimate political discourse, according to a copy obtained by Reuters. So these two people, it's a chick and a guy, and they're trying to get rid of them. They're trying to really like shake them, rattle them, and roll them. But have you noticed this rarely happens in this type of setting unless, like I said, they're getting ready to get rid of somebody. So it goes on to say that it said their actions have damaged the Republican efforts to win back the majority in Congress, which I don't think so. I think the whole thing is no matter who gets in, they're happy because they're going to do whatever they want to do. Let's just say that. So all 168 members of the RNC will consider the resolution on Friday, meeting in Salt Lake City. Trump, who retains a strong grip over his party as November 8th midterm congressional elections draw closer, have been on the warpath against the Republicans who have taken a stand against him. Republicans are trying to take control of both the House and the Senate, President Joe Biden's, from his Democrats. All right. So that's that. Now, I do want to talk about another thing because it's all coming together. It's all coming together. And there's one specific cat that just knows that if he does what he should do, that the issue is going to be you will forget about his involvement and what most of us who still voted at the time thought of. I thought of him as a traitor, okay? And that's this cat right here. Something about him I never really liked. And when I was voting, I made sure to announce how I felt. Something about him. Just something about you, baby. I just couldn't stand it. But anyway, it says that Pence breaks with Trump. I had no right to overturn the election, he says. Okay.
And I heard this
All
week.
Right, let's hear it.
That President Trump said I had the right to
Can you hear that?
overturn the election.
Let me know, somebody.
President Trump is wrong. I had no right to overturn the election. The presidency belongs to the American people and the American people alone.
So I thought this apology was obviously the.
Now, those four right now are YouTubers, and I know that they probably have their stuff coded, so I really don't want to talk about that. I do want to talk about, unless you guys did not hear. Did you guys hear that? Yeah? Okay, cool beans. Cool beans. I never liked him either, Marty. I never did. I could never stand him. He always seemed like he was a two-faced know-it-all. I just did not like that dude at all. So now here's what I think he's trying to do. What I think he's trying to do is to break his ties, all right? He's trying to make it known to everybody. I'm the good guy. You guys can trust me. I never liked that dude. I only went to work for him because he asked me to. That's the only reason why you'll even see that I ever stood with him. Okay? That's all. She opens her chips. That's the only reason why. You guys ever even saw me hanging out with this cat? Now, you know I'm not his type of people. No, you exactly his type of people. Y'all all the same kind of people. Yeah, he is creepy. But the creepiest part about it of all, William, is the fact that he thinks that by kicking him to the curb, it's going to raise up his appeal. This is my opinion. This is what I think. I believe that he feels like all he has to do is separate himself, get as far from him as he can, pull himself as far right as he possibly can, and that will make it all better. That'll make it all better, and people will like me. They'll really like me. Here he goes again. Listen to that.
President Trump said I had the right to overturn the election.
Mm-hmm.
President Trump is wrong.
Oh, really? He wrong?
I had no right to overturn the election.
Oh, for real?
The presidency belongs to the American people and the American people alone.
Okay. All right.
In a piece for the New York Post.
That's what he had to say. So it goes on to say that Pence breaks with Trump. I had no right to overturn the election. That's what he has to say. Former Vice President Mike Pence on Friday sharply rebuked former President Trump for suggesting that he had the ability to overturn the results of the 2020 election, calling the idea un-American. Quote, "There are those in our party who believe that as the presiding officer over the joint session of Congress, I possess unilateral authority to reject the Electoral College votes. And I heard this week," he continues, "that President Trump said I had a right to overturn the election," close quote. Pence said at a Federalist Society event in Florida. He is really trying to pull up his weight to run. I think that's what it is. And if people vote for this cat, you are crazy. But that's on you. I can't stop you. Vote for who you want to vote for. What I'm just saying is he's no saint. He's no angel. He's none of the above. Okay? So it goes on to say, quote, "President Trump is wrong. I had no right to overturn the election." Pence continued, "The presidency belongs to the American people and the American people alone. Frankly, there is almost no idea more un-American to the nation than the nation that any one person could choose the American president." And that's not what anybody was talking about, dude. I mean, listen, I don't vote anymore, but I ain't no stupid chick. And I know that he did have a way to deal with it. Now, this is what I feel. I feel like he's going to put himself out there and try to run, okay? And I feel like he's not going to get the response that he wants, and it's easy to blame it on the former president if he does not get the traction that he wants. What he doesn't understand is that he is a sock puppet, a claymation sock puppet. That's how he stands. That's how he is. You know that by his shifty eyes, you cannot trust him. And as a wife who has been cheated on, I know his wife can't trust him, baby, because you can see his eyeballs tell the whole story. All right? And that's just what I'm saying. Again, no secrets here. You guys already know everything about my channel. If you don't, click videos, then click oldest to newest, and you'll see it all. My point is that he most assuredly is a Judas, and he is Maureen Olson, exactly that, okay? He is exactly that. And the fact that he's trying to now throw, caution to the wind and say, hey, you know what? Let me just go on out here and put this out here. Y'all already know I'm not trying to, be on his side. I couldn't have done none of that. Who is his base? Who's he talking to? Who is it that he's trying to appeal to? That's what I need to understand, because see, so many people have awakened. They have awokened over the past several years, and the past 2 especially, and none of you guys are trusted. So who are you talking to? Undecided people, or maybe people maybe just turned 21 and decide they don't like the other party that they voted for because they don't like what's going on, and all of a sudden, they're gonna hang out with you. No, nobody is doing that. We had 8 people in here a few seconds ago. Now we got 6. Help here. Ooh, Lord of mercy. Lord of mercy. Let me share this out, baby, so we can get some humans somewhere. We got to get some humans in here because I'm about to cut up tonight. And I want to be fair so that everybody who gets the opportunity to see it can see it. This is an important thing. So we're going to share this out on Twitter. If you guys have the ability to do so, please do so, okay? Because the truth about the matter is that Mr. Pence thinks that he's going to throw Trump under the bus, Mr. Naranga. And if he throws Mr. Naranga under the bus, then who at all will hang out with him? Nobody. They don't like each other. Most of these folks get into office and they really don't like each other. They really, really don't. They don't, okay? We are live. So I'm saying on Twitter right now, we are live. Got to put an E at the end of our, okay? Okay. Okay, we are live right now. All right, so that way we get some more humans in here with us to check it out. Okay, all right. So I want you guys to know that that's what I think about him. Now, there is some rumors that they're trying to pull Mr. Florida out of the hat, and they want him to run with Trump. I don't see any of those relationships working. I really don't see any of them working at all. None whatsoever. If you guys think that they are, hey Frank, if you guys think those relationships, and Daryl, how are you? It's so good to see you. Who else did I miss here? I got my babies. I got everybody else. I think I got everybody. I think so. You guys let me know, because y'all know I don't like to not say hey. Oh, Derek, how's it going? Everyone of note to me is live. Oh dear, late to the party, but greetings to Biloxi, Mississippi's own Felicia Lockhart. A quick pop in from Philadelphia. What's going on? Philadelphia, you know good and well you a Mississippi boy. So here's the deal. Yeah, that's what I think. I think it's a hot mess, and everybody is grappling because they know that this particular party is in trouble. My issue is how, okay, just doing the math. How is it that they say that cat that's in there right now got more than Obama as far as votes are concerned? I don't care. I'm not talking about people's policy. I'm not talking about their wives. I'm not talking about any of that. I'm talking about the likability that this gentleman possessed when he first came into the joint, okay? I'm talking about the fact that most people did not know who he was or what he was about, and that he was a very likable man. What gets me is they want me to believe that this cat that's in there right now got more votes than Mr. Personality. Really? Really? How did that happen? There is no way that the same people who voted en masse for Barack Obama voted for the cat that's in there right now. The way that I don't know. Maybe they gave a whole bunch of free passes out to the voting booth. I don't know. Okay, I really don't, because I know that right now they're trying so hard to get these folks out of the way. They just can't take it. So under the Constitution, he says, I had no right to change the outcome of our election, and Kamala Harris will have no right to overturn the election when we beat them in 2024. There is no we, my friend, because if people vote for you, they're nuts. But then again, there are a lot of diehards out there, and there are people who still hold on to the theory of, the worse or the greater of the two, or what is that? There's that phrase that they say, the lesser of the two evils. Why vote for evil at all? But anyway, okay. So now that got him an applause. Okay, Pence said to applause. All right, that's what happened. They started applying. That's what he said. He said it while they was clapping. Pence's remarks were his clearest break yet with his former boss, who has for more than a year claimed without evidence, that's what they say in this newspaper, okay, that the 2020 election was fraudulent. Trump has periodically attacked Pence for certifying the Electoral College results on that date last year after the mob, they claim, was the supporters of the guy who was in there, Mr. Naranga, okay, that they violently stormed. But I don't remember seeing anything that was, well, let me just shut up because I don't need no trouble with these people on their stuff. But you and I know what I'm talking about. All right. So there's a couple of other things. First of all, is it wintry weather or what? Is this some cold weather or what? It is freezing weather. So let's get into the wintry weather. There's some wintry weather. Can you say that 3 times fast? Wintry weather. That's almost as bad as that one that I was trying to say over there on the other channel a few minutes ago about the recall. Okay, so winter weather moves east. The latest winter storm, leaving thousands without power in Texas, will move into the Appalachians on Friday morning, which was this morning. The passage of snow and wintry mix into the northeast will lower temperatures to the teens, close to the Canadian border. Warm air in the mid-Atlantic and the southeast will result in a wet day in the southeast. Rain and strong winds will be possible from Louisiana to northern Florida. The Midwest will see isolated snow flurries. Y'all getting snow flurries up there in Minnesota, where Minneapolis will climb to a high of 9 degrees. Balmy weather in Minneapolis. Hot to trot. Put your hot pants on. It will climb to 9 degrees. The third area of snow is forecast to move into the Pacific Northwest. Yesterday, Thursday, which was New Moon Day for us, okay, it was actually the first day of this 11th biblical month, all right? Thursday brought a significant ice storm to Texas and the Central Plains. The Washington Post reports the storm brought thick ice to the Lone Star State and left more than 70,000 homes without power. The storm will move across the plains into the mid-Atlantic and the northeast overnight. So today, how cold was it? It was freezing. Okay? Freezing. By afternoon on Friday, it's freezing. The snow flurries made their way across the northern Wisconsin and Minnesota, and the snow in Minnesota will be limited to the morning, with high temperatures topping out about 9. What is with the high temperatures at 9? 9 is not high, but that's what they say. The Pacific Northwest forecast to climb high in the 30s and the 40s, and Oregon, Portland, I should say, which will reach 47. That's like get your bikini. But they're doing it again, and they're having a really bad time there in Texas. So for those folks who are in Texas, I hope that you have taken note from what happened last year around the same time, I think it was. Yeah, it was. Around the same time last year. So it's sort of like making an anniversary, all right? Making it seem like, yeah, it's supposed to be cold there, but it isn't. It's going to be chilly, yeah, but not like this. Not like this. This stuff is a mess. Now, I want to ask you guys, I'm going to save the coup de grace for last because I really want to share that part. But now, if you guys are Amazon customers like I am, did you know that they have price hikes coming? I don't even order their groceries anymore. And I don't think they care because they're bazillionaires. They don't even care. I used to get their Whole Foods until they made me upset one day. And then I found out that I could order food, from Publix. And I wouldn't have had a problem. Just go to Instacart. Yeah, and so I don't deal with them anymore. However, Amazon hikes Prime membership fees in the United States as wages costs rise. You are the richest. You are the richest company for online shopping known to man. And you're literally raising the prices with an excuse. Okay? Hey, Joseph Francis Burton, baby, how you been? Black Spring, how are you? Good to see you. Can you believe that this is the deal right now? I can't because they're greedy. This is just plain greed. It is. Amazon Incorporated on Thursday said it was raising prices of its annual U.S. Prime subscriptions by 17%. That's ridiculous and it's gouging, in my opinion, as it looks to offset higher costs for shipping and wages that expects to persist this year. But did you know that Amazon, as far as shipping is concerned, has their own containers? Yes, they do. Does anybody know that? They have their own containers. So what shipping costs? As well, they made a specific size that can get into the smallest areas coming from, one port to another. They didn't make the big gigantic ones. They made the ones that can slide straight on through, going through different areas or canals that have less traffic. And they did that on purpose. But yet and still, for those of you who do not know that, they are saying that they need to offset higher costs for shipping and wages that it expects to persist this year. Okay, shares rose as much as 17% in extended trade as Amazon also beat profit expectations for the holiday season. If shares increase by that much, which was earlier today, it would be the stock's biggest percentage gain since October of 2009 and grow founder Jeff Bezos' wealth by $20 billion because, well, that's really what it's all about. That's really what it's all about. Yeah, that part. Get out of here. There's nothing wrong with you. You don't need it anymore. You made a boatload of money over the past 2 years. Okay, and that's just the name of the tune. You made a boatload. You made a boatload. It says on the heels of a windfall from a greater at-home shopping in the pandemic, Amazon has poured money into its operations to manage disruptions. Most recently, the Omicron variant of the COVID-19. It has marketed signing bonuses to attract hundreds of thousands of workers in a tight labor market, and it has paid more for shipping because it could not get products into the right warehouses. Well, I don't want to rain on your parade, folks, but that ain't true. Look it up. They have their own Amazon containers. And if my keyboard weren't tripping where I could plinkety plink and type, I'd pull it up for you. But guaranteed, they have their own containers. So what is the problem? Do you know what a container does? I'm sure you do. Well, they own their own. They own their own. Yeah, they got all the stuff they need. So I don't buy it. Maybe a layman would, but I don't buy it. Okay, so enough of you. Enough of you. Enough of you. Just get off. Just get off. Okay? All right, so the next one that we're going to do, we're going to look at this because I'm not sure if you guys watch this or not. But like I said, one of the shows that I like that give me some joy is Love After Lockup, and then also the 90-Day Fiance. And the reason why I crack up laughing off of those two shows is because I can't believe people are that desperate. Now, I'm not saying Sister ain't never been desperate in her life, okay? Because we all need a date every now and again. And back in the day, ain't no telling. I probably, no, I never would have. But these people, and I'm not laughing at them. Clearly, I'm laughing with them. Okay, Poppy Love, how you doing, baby girl? I'm clearly laughing with them. All right? Now, first off, before I get into this, I want to read some of your comments because this one right here is appealing. I heard Jeff Bezos' yacht is so big it won't pass under a historical bridge in Denmark. I think is the country is the one you're thinking about, Denmark. Okay. Do they are going to take their historical bridge apart? Do you think? No, I don't think so at all. Not at all. And you know what? I used to, Marty. I don't anymore. On very rare occasions, I will go and see the app and one of my grandchildren have stuck something inside of the cart. And well, because I cannot resist them. Hey, Steve. Sharon Marie, pretty lady. I will go on ahead and push the button and send them whatever they have stuck inside that thing, if they've been good. Okay. So I'm not as an avid shopper with them as I once was. Now, part of me feels like the reason why I don't is because, you can go to the local store and get what you need. However, As you and I know, some things are not in plenty, but let's do the other side of the however coin. We just got through seeing that there were some medications that people were purchasing from this particular company that did not have the folks' best interest at heart. Now, somebody had bought some, what was it? Hard Dawn, Rise, and Shine pills. And those pills were sold on, I'm sorry, but that was the story. We just read it on Headlines with the Voice. I can show you in case you think I'm tripping, but it was the, hey, Lee, love you too, baby brother. What's going on? Man, they had these pills. And Frank, they had these pills. Y'all remember hearing about the, yes. You remember those? They were Hard Dawn, Rise and Shine pills. Okay? And these particular pills were making people sick because they had an interaction with other things, such as the heart pills and diabetes and high blood pressure. Well, they were saying that you should not purchase those pills from Amazon or from, other places online, that you should get, the stuff that you need from your physician. But in any case, I digress because I found that to be hilarious. The name anyway, not the fact that people were ill. My point, don't get stuff like that you need from Amazon. Go to your doctor, okay? Go to your doctor. Carlin, how's it going? How's it going? All right, so if you guys watch the show, I know that you, Frank Nitty, I know that you at one point covered, was it you? I think it was you, or was it BJ? We're covering the life after lockup. So I know you might remember this. Do you remember this chick? Yeah. That's her. Okay, there you go. With the eyebrow that did this thing. I mean, she had an eyebrow. One of these eyebrows looked like it was like a sideways question mark. But anyway, she got arrested again. And I just wonder how people get involved with these relationships with these individuals and think, I'm going to change them. There's a lot of women, especially this one black girl. I don't know what's going on with her because I don't even watch it anymore. Because I don't have YouTube TV no more. But anyway, that's another story for another day. But the issue is, if you do got YouTube TV, then you can watch them on YouTube TV. This is Love After Lockup. And now that I see Homegirl has gotten arrested, I would love to have YouTube TV again so that I could watch it just to see. But I will watch this right here. Now, this is from TV Shows Ace, your latest in TV show news. That's what this is coming from. And it was published on February 3rd, 2022. I hope y'all don't come here looking for nothing serious, because this is a relaxation night. Y'all know back in the day you would have been at the club. All right, you would have been trying to get them digits. This is just a nice little fun, safe place. Okay, so you can keep your health intact and your marriage together. This is a safe place. That's all this is. Okay, we're not doing anything heavy tonight. This is light. So this is what I want to talk about. I want to talk about Love After Lockup. Was Christina arrested again? For those of you who may know, she had done some pretty egregious things and they put her away for it. All right, and it is a Love After Lockup news reality TV, and it comes on WeTV, right? So Christina Roth Miller has had a rough road to recovery, and it took several arrests and jail time for her to finally find peace. Along with the support of her husband, John Miller, Christina managed to stay clean. However, toward the end of the last season of Life After Lockup, she started to exude off behavior. That's called drugs. So much she started to exude some off behavior. Okay. She started to have some really unique symptoms, and I don't really know what the symptoms were, but she started to exude odd behavior. No, it's called them drugs. That's what the problem was. All right. Her exuding of the odd behavior was she disappeared for a minute and could nobody find her. Well, because she couldn't do what she did in front of nobody else in the family. So anyway, it said that it led to speculation about her sobriety. Luckily, once the film stopped, she took to Facebook to put everyone's mind at ease. Sadly, that was short-lived. Some erratic posts led her followers to believe that Christina, pick it up. Help, mommy. Christina, help, mommy. Pick them all up. Christina was not okay. Now it appears their concerns were validated. Goes on to say that Christina finds hope and love after lockup. It was much of a whirlwind for Christina when she left prison. She had been communicating with John Miller while she was locked up. and they were both eager to start their lives together. I don't understand how people want to start lives with people who have been locked up like this. I'm not saying that a brother or a sister who's been in jail can't get it together. Please understand, that's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is these people meet these folk like a pen pal. You got a pen pal and you done made your pen pal. Your pen pal could have been a pimp in his former life. The pen pal could have had a pimp, could have been a pimp, could have been a prostitute, but you got your pen pal that you hanging out with and y'all pen paling it up. Then the person get out and you wondering, hey, how come you don't act normal? I thought you said you wanted to spend some time with me. I thought you said we was going to get married and have kids. I got a dream. And the dream is that you go get a job and I sit here at the house twiddling my thumbs and wait for you to come home and the dude is looking like chick. You do know I rob people, right? I don't understand it because I've watched the show and I sit there and I'm like, how do these people think that these individuals, you know what? I think the people that are meeting the folks online like this, the ones that are on this show specifically, I think these people have a narcissistic way about them. If I capture them and put them in a jar and I take really good care of them, I can take the top of the jar off and they're always going to stay in the jar. They're never going to go out. And then when the person does, they absolutely lose their lunch. And that's what happens on these shows. So with Christina, it says here that they were both eager to start their lives together, especially since she would be headed to a halfway house. John decided to plan a shotgun wedding for him and Christina for the moment that she was released, and he did, and it looked like some backyard buddy stuff. When I tell you that looked like a backyard buddy marriage, that wedding was a backyard buddy mess. That was a mess. That was a hot magma mess. He had the paperwork and everything needed for a wedding to be held at his truck. He literally wanted it like that, and it was. Sadly, she was sent back to jail no sooner than she got out. That was her. Okay, there's the eyebrow that somebody did it. I don't know who did it. It's right here. I don't know who did it, but if you really watch her in action, it's creepy. She got another chance upon her release. Less than a year later, John had flirted with her sister. It was a little bit more than a flirt. Okay, all right, there was some stuff that was going on. Okay, her sister's name is Tara, and they was doing some stuff. It was. I did sink that baby. Okay. All right. While she was incarcerated, she knew that he had to remind her how much he loved her, since they referred to one another as Bonnie and Clyde. Now, let me ask you something. If you getting up in age and you trying to get your mess together and your old man been in prison and you've been in prison and now y'all met each other online and you both got it out, would you sincerely want to use the name? You see how... Started to get myself in trouble again, Marty. I can't cuss. I'm not going to say nothing that's not nice, but I'm going to say this. Do you see how ridiculous this is? They called themselves Bonnie and Clyde. He set up an elaborate proposal. She said yes, and they went on to plan their dream wedding. Little did Christina know that John told her sister Tara that she wasn't invited. And now it has broken Tara's heart, Christina's heart. Whatever. Her heart was broke. All right. But now it appears that she's in trouble again, not just with her colorist, not with her makeup artist, not with anybody else, not Jenny Craig, nobody. She's in trouble again. And it appears that she is gone. All right. She's gone. Recently, Christina shared that she was single on her Facebook page. She also shared there was a rift between she and her mom. Furthermore, she talked about how she gave up 2 daughters for adoption when she was using. I'm sorry to hear that. And she hopes of reconnecting with them. I don't think they want to deal with you because I remember what happened to your son. He was not too happy, but he did give you a chance before you got married the last time. It goes on to say that then she started selling her valuables, including an iPhone 13 and Marilyn Monroe memorabilia. It sounds like that stuff that you ain't supposed to be using, baby. That does not have a recall, but that is dangerous for you. Anyway, it goes on to say that followers and friends were getting concerned, and it seems that their intuition was right. And it was spot on, according to Starcasm. They obtained their information from Tracy Trendy, who posted it on a YouTube video with screen grabs and such. According to the report, she was arrested for second-degree burglary. Now, were you trying to hobble all of this into somebody's window, girl, and take off with some people's stuff? Is that what you was doing? It says that it does not appear that she actually returned to prison. However, She may be going back to a community-based corrections, which is like a, like what's that? One of those homes. In her mugshot, Christina is sporting a bright smile, as well as her new sporty haircut and in a fiery burgundy color. No word from John as of now, but wishing that Christina has all the best. And also no word if she will continue on the Love After Lockup franchise. Well, this is the chick. But look at these eyebrows. See, as a makeup artist and a hairdresser, it makes me want to just fix her. It makes me want to, you just don't take the pencil and set it on the face and snatch it. You don't. Okay, I'm off of this story. All right, so now let's go on to take another look. Now this one here, okay? All right, I don't understand it. I just can't see dating like that. I mean, so some of y'all watch the show. As long as she didn't cut him up into pieces or anything, it's okay. He exuded some odd behavior with Tara, didn't he, R. Jones? I'm telling you. I am telling you. Okay? All right? Yes, it does sound like a Jerry Springer show. It really does. It really honestly does. But this is the stuff that they put on, especially for us. Yes, that's that stuff right there. Okay? All right, Steve is saying, hi, Marty Lauderdale and Daryl Calhoun. How are you? Okay, but I mean, that's just a hot mess, right? It's just a hot mess. But there are a lot of people that really do get serious about this stuff. I wonder if I can find that one girl. I'm not sure if you guys know about Joffrey Paschal. He was on the other show that I used to watch when I had YouTube TV. What was it called? Whatchamafigum? Let me look over here and see. There it is. It's the show called 90 Day Fiance. So a lot of these people would go over to other places and just get cuckoo crazy and fall in love with folks and be like, oh no, they want me. They only want me. And yes, I'm a 900-pound circus dancer, and they like me with a beard. They want me. And so you do find a lot of stuff like that. Now let me go over to there. Can I do it? No, because it won't let me. I just forgot the battery. This battery keeps jacking. Don't buy keyboards that run by battery and that have a dongle. Don't do it. Keep you a cord, baby. Keep you a cord. I just want to let you know. But in any case, let me go on ahead and pull this up for you because we do have this on deck. And this is from Court TV. It's the sentencing. Okay, they had a sentencing, and I'm not sure if you know who this guy is, but let me know if you guys see this, if you've seen this before. Okay, let's look at this right here. All right, right there. All right, let's give you the sound. All right, there. Now, Trip.
This coming Thursday, Jeffrey Paschal, the convicted reality cast member from the TV show 90 Day Fiance Before the 90 Days, will be sentenced. Paschal was convicted back in October, you may recall, on all of the counts he was charged with, including aggravated kidnapping, domestic assault, interfering with an emergency call, and vandalism. This for assaulting his then-girlfriend, Kristen Wilson, back in 2019. Took the jury just 1 hour, 49 minutes to reach their decision in the case. We have a look back now at that trial.
We, the jury, find the defendant, Jeffrey Ian Paschal, guilty of aggravated kidnapping.
Once a reality TV star, Jeffrey Paschal is now a convicted criminal. He was found guilty of attacking his girlfriend, Kristen Wilson, at her Knoxville, Tennessee home in 2019.
I swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God.
Paschal took the witness stand at his trial and downplayed their confrontation.
But the incident occurred at the house based on her jealousy. Ever since then, it's morphed and it's made its own way to different things.
Before he made news as a defendant, he was featured on the show 90 Day Fiance Before the 90 Days, where fans once tuned in to follow the budding romance between Paschal.
Now, this is where I remember him. I had no clue that he had, one off the deep end. And as a matter of fact, he did seem to me to have a bit of cuckoo-ness about him when he was on the show. Not crazy cuckoo, you know what I'm saying? But a little bit like a controlled cuckoo. He just had those eyes that sort of look around. And then I started to wonder, I'm like, well, he's a handsome gentleman. Why would he need to go on this show? And then I started to say to myself, well, maybe that's the problem. He got to go on this show because he do got some cuckoo in him. And when somebody cuckoo, they can't stay, they cannot stay in a normal setting or situation for too long because cuckoo comes out. And when cuckoo comes out, you can't do anything about it. So they probably fare better with jail relationships because they can, be lovey-dovey and live in that romantic side of their brain. Or when they are in another country, they can stay in that lovey-dovey side of their brain because it's just, at best, a couple of hours on the phone if you really want to just stretch it out and just pour all your love on somebody. And these folks are really, to me, they really are individuals who have some problems. Now, yes, to your point, Frank, the Samoan guy on there, he is burnt out. His wife is just, oh boy, I don't even want to get on that. But yeah, you're absolutely right. So this is the guy, right? Now, I don't know anything about the girlfriend, but I do remember the girl that's sitting here on the screen. I thought that they were an okay couple, but again, I always pique curiosity when people like this who are handsome, but he reminds me, not that I'm saying this is what he is, but you know what? So was Bundy. Okay? All right? So you got these types of people who cannot carry on real, serious, long relationships, and this is what happens. So the end of the story here is, because I don't want to play all of their stuff, but we're using this specifically for, just conversation. All right. These people are from the television show 90 Day Fiance. Joffrey Paschal is facing 12 to 20 years now without the possibility of parole after being convicted of domestic assault in the Memphis area with the young lady that we just saw. Now, to be candid, while I watched some of that, didn't seem like it was too real to me. And again, for those of you who are just coming in, please don't come looking for anything heavy. We're being lightweight tonight. We're laughing. We're having a good time. We're being light. We can get heavy everywhere. Okay, and y'all know I can get heavy. But we're not doing that tonight, so I hope I'm not making anybody upset. You want to, I get it. Anyway, Richard Ramirez, the Night Stalker, married his pen pal. Do you see what I'm saying? Do you see what I mean? Now, there is a black chick that's on the show. Is it 90 Day Fiance? No, she's on the other one, the one that deals with the dating and the people that are in jail. And she's a nightmare. I would love to see what happened with them on there. Okay, yeah, I'd love to see that. So this cat he's probably going to be away for a minute.
And his Russian girlfriend, Varya Malina.
I don't want to die.
Paschal's popularity plummeted once fans learned of the charges, and he was promptly dropped from the season finale while publicly vowing to fight the allegations.
This is all just a ploy. This is all just an agenda to try to make me lose custody of my child.
But the jury didn't buy it, and Paschal was convicted of aggravated kidnapping, domestic assault, and interfering with an emergency call after his victim gave powerful testimony against him.
The next thing I remember, I was on the floor in front of my staircase that leads to the upstairs, and he had me by the back of my head and was hitting my.
So it's a tragic situation. Apparently, this young lady had been assaulted by him, and he decided not to take the plea that would have allowed him to walk. Instead of taking the plea that would have allowed him to walk, he decided to say that he was not guilty because he felt as if it was something being trumped up against him. And so because of that, he elected to just let all that go and to try to go to the courts and let them do what they do. And they did what they did. And now he is facing the 12 to 20 year sentence in prison. So that's a terrible thing. It's awful. It's absolutely awful. It's absolutely terrible. But I don't understand it. Yeah, he's got a child. But the part that I just don't get is why people feel like they have to date like that. You know what I mean? Online, no problem with that. If you want to date online, that's no issue. I'm talking about, why do you got to date people who are in jail? And why do you got to date people who are out of the country that you've got to work like some of these ladies do? Some of these ladies work and pay all kinds of money to drag these guys from overseas. And when they get here, especially girlfriend off a 90-day fiance with the blonde hair from Georgia. Good night, Irene. Who, baby? She drove that little Nigerian crazy. Michael, where are you? Who are you with? Who are you with? I know you're with somebody because you ain't answering your phone. He trying to get away from you. Man, oh man. That was a mess. That was a hot mess. Does anybody remember that? Does anybody remember that? That's exactly what it's called, Sharon Marie. Exactly. Thank you, Marty Lauderdale. If you'd like to support me, you can definitely do it on PayPal, as Marty Lauderdale has listed here, or you can go to Lockhart Perspective and join us on Patreon. If you want to go to Cash App, you can go to Lockhart Perspective there. But I just think it's just crazy because she was chasing after that young man, and that young man was like, I love you. It's okay. You can just treat me good. I'm going to be okay. You need to talk to me like I am your husband, not like I'm your child. Please stop. Please stop talking about me like this. Please. Child, please. That woman was not trying. She told his auntie to kiss her grits in another term. Okay, remember I'm on punishment, so I have to watch my mouth. But she told her to kiss her grits. Yeah, she told her to kiss her grits. Okay, I just blocked the person there. I don't know who that was, but I just blocked them. This little, they always keep coming in here with these things. All right. Anyway. So yeah, so I just want to come over here and hang out with you guys for the last 47 minutes or so. I did the same thing over at Headlines with a Voice, and I just wanted to come and love on y'all and pay a little bit of attention to you, and that you pay attention to me, because sometimes like you need me, I need you. Yes, I do. I need you, baby. So I'm gonna let you guys go. But yeah, listen, don't take no wooden nickels, and don't be believing that he is only with you, because there's like I say, that one chick that was dealing with the man in the jail. There's another set of people that they done got another show out and tried to watch that one before they took YouTube TV. And I'm gonna tell you something about YouTube TV. You can get addicted, because all you gotta do is push the button for YouTube TV, and you can record and you can save all your shows. It's really good. But my point is, this one particular girl was really trying to wear this dude out. She wanted him to have a baby with her, and she found out later that the cat owes over $100,000 in restitution. Yes, somebody with a wrench, please get these folks out of here. I don't even understand why. You know what? It's a trip. They can perfect everything except for keeping these cats out. Get them! Somebody with a wrench, get them. Oh, I'll come on the other side and get them. But anyway, yeah, so I had to share that with you guys. But yeah, old girl, yeah, she's a bit much. That one I'm telling you guys about, she's like, I gotta have a baby. I want to have a baby. And her mama and them, they found out that she had this cat living in the house with her, and that he owes restitution to the tune of about $100 and some odd thousand. And she's trying to get him to have a baby while she's already working 2 or 3 jobs just to take care of her bills. Thank you, Marty Lauderdale. Yeah, so that's what happened. So anyway, you guys, if you can get a touch of those shows, watch them. If you just want to binge and have nothing to do, and have to just scrub your brains out with toothpaste when it's over, you can. But they're pretty funny, and I just thought that I'd bring that to you. Just to recap on Mr. Pence, please don't believe the hype. He's just trying to save himself, and yeah. You can just show him to the door where he can have several seats. All right, you guys, I got to slide on over to TLP, Headlines with a Voice, and show them some love as well. But you know what we always say here on this show and on this channel, and that is, that man shall not live by bread alone, but by every word that proceeds out of the mouth of the Most High. You guys continue to take care of yourselves and take care of one another. And until we see each other again, big baby, please continue to be blessed. All right? We'll talk soon. Bye.
The lack of perspective.